Good morning. It is Thursday, April 29th at 10 o'clock in the morning. And my name is Colleen Light and I am with cardsbycoco.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I bounce on Facebook Live and I do a card demonstration showcasing some of Stampin' Up's newest products. Today we're going to do hi, good morning Sharon. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to do a very fun technique. Let me show you. We're going to do this triple time technique. I have 3 cards made using that. And the stamp set, we're going to be using one stamp set, and that is the Painted Poppies. So let me go ahead and we'll get the camera turned around. I will log into my laptop and we will go ahead and get things started. Let me see, you can look at my wall for just half a second. You know, that seems to be the routine, you know, as we all learn how to do this. And here we go. Not so bad that time, huh? Let me get logged into this computer. So how is everybody today? I know I'm having a really nice morning. I'm a little late. All of a sudden, have you ever done this? You're just kind of working along and thinking you have all the time in the world, and you look at the clock and you think, oh my goodness, how did that happen? It's already 10 o'clock. So that kind of made me chuckle a little bit. I was just like, wait, I don't know how that happened. Okay, so I think I have myself up and the sound is off. Oh, let me turn my sound off. You don't need to listen to me twice. Okay, so last time I noticed it was a little dark, so I wanted to go ahead and brighten it up a hair today. So if it's too bright, just leave me a comment and let me know. You can hear oh, there goes that chair. So these are the 3 cards we're going to make today. Let me move my coffee out of the way before I spill it on everything. These are the cards. This is the Mother's Day card we're going to be making. How pretty is this? So we're going to be using some of our new in colors. We're going to be using the polished pink and the soft succulent for that. I'm going to hold this card up so you can see. I have a little bit of Wing Stella in there in the center. It's a great way to add a little bit of sparkle without having to emboss. So that works out well. And if you haven't seen the Wing Stella, you will love it. Can you believe this is out of the same stamp set? This is just using the splatters, and this is a birthday card I made. Don't forget to do your envelopes. I did a little splatter on the back. And again, didn't finish this one on the inside because I'm not sure exactly who I'm going to send this one to. Same stamp set, different look. This is using our pale papaya. And the longer stamp, I'll show you the stamp set here in a second. And how pretty did this one turn out? Isn't that just very fun? And I did a little poppy on the inside, and then on the outside, I used the same sentiment, hello, and one of the little poppies. So I absolutely love this stamp set. I have to tell you, it is available. It is one that has been available, and it is carrying over to our new catalog, which launches on May 4th. Along with the catalog launch, if you have ever considered being a demonstrator, it's probably one of the better sign-up bonuses I have, or not bonus, what am I trying to say? You get more bang for your buck when you do the kit if you sign up after May 4th. So if you've ever considered it, let me know. Hi Kathy, good morning. Couple of other things. Let me see if I brought my piece of paper. Oh, remember we did our little drawing, and Molly won the winner of the gem. So Molly, if you're watching, please send me a message with your address and I will go ahead and get that in. So there we go there. Let me show you the stamp set we're working with. This is the Painted Poppies. I absolutely love this. I've made a number of cards with it, and you can see what I've used. So for this birthday card, which I moved out of the way, hang on a sec. So for this birthday card, it just is amazing to me how many cards you can make with one stamp set with a completely different look. I just use these 2 little splattery stamps. And then some of our new in colors, the Fresh Freesia, the Polished Pink, and the Pale Papaya. And I just thought this was super fun. So Anywho, let's go ahead and get started with this card. Oh, wait, I'm gonna forget. If I get started, I'll forget to show you the dies. These are the Poppy Moments dies. These are also available. I use these all the time. I just didn't use them on these cards. But look at this. Look at this, the designs and the cutouts you have here. Let me take one out. Perfect, right? Great way to outline and put a border around those poppies if you're making a different look of a card. All right, now I think I'm ready to get started on this quick and easy Mother's Day card. Of course, if you wanted to, you could change that sentiment in the middle. I'm using the Happy Mother's Day from the Timeless Tulip set. Another one of my favorites, you know, and I was kind of giggling because I've spent all morning kind of getting organized, you know, because I didn't want to forget anything. But I'm laughing at myself, just wondering what in the heck I'm actually going to have forgotten, because it's always something, right? So for this next card, I decided I'm going to change the look a little bit. I'm going to use the polished pink background on this. And then, so of course, you know, the card base is the standard. It's the 5.5 by 8.5. And scoring at 4 1/4. I will have all of these things posted on my website. I always say things wrong. So that's just always my disclaimer. So anyway, and I have an envelope. So when I say, oh, I forgot my envelope, remind me that indeed I did not. So for my cardstock, I'm going to go ahead and use the basic black. 5 1/4 by 4 inches, 3 by 3. And 1.5 by 3. For our white, we're going to use 5 by 3 1/4, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. So very easy dimensions. Again, they will all be on my blog. And thank everyone for joining. I always appreciate your support. I'm going to bring this out here. And I'm going to show you how easily this comes together. So, for the triple time effect, or technique I should say, we're going to layer our white pieces together. And we're going to stamp them like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and grab, I think, what did I want to use? I think I want to use my Stampin Seal. I know I brought it with me, but I think I just set it down someplace. So we may end up using a glue dot. I tell you, it's always one thing. Well, we're not even that far into the video before I forgot one thing. That's okay though. We'll improvise. So these are the glue dots. So we're just gonna, because we want to place our paper together. And then I just kind of tap it a few times so I can kind of get it lined up where I want it. But you don't want it so sticky that you can't remove it without ripping your paper. That's what we don't want. So let's just go like that a couple of times, and again, line this up. You're going to notice as I do this that there's going to look like there's some gaps. And that's okay, because when we put this bottom layer on, you can see how it all comes together. So that's kind of normal. We're going to go ahead and set this here. Let me grab my stamp. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp the outline using our bigger poppy. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm going to stamp my sentiment. I want to do my sentiment first, so I know where to stamp those. Let's see here. Let's just kind of lean in here. Perfect. Again, that Mother's Day stamp is from the Timeless Tulips set. Now, using this beautiful polished pink, one of my other favorites. I think, you know, I'm going to have said it before and I'll say it again. I think that Fresh Freezer really is my favorite. But, you know, everyone likes different colors. That's the nice thing about Stampin' Up. There's certainly something for everybody, isn't there? So then we're just going to go around. And we're going to stamp. Let me see. I am going to go around my sentiment a little bit first, make sure I have that filled in like I want it. Then I'll come on the edges here, do a little bit more, fill in just a hair. See how this is going to come together. And don't worry about covering everything, because remember I have that beautiful soft succulent that I'm going to add. See how easy that was? Easy peasy. While I have this one out, I'm going to go ahead and just stamp on the outside of my envelope here. And I'm going to stamp the inside layer of the card. Let me see if yep. So I'm gonna, no, got a little smudge on that one. That's okay though. We're gonna turn that one to the inside. We're just gonna reverse it. There we go, easy. Look at this, we're gonna save that piece of, no we're not. We're gonna cut a different one. Anyway, easy peasy. My goodness, I don't know why I need to move those ink pads out of my way. I don't know what's going on. So are you all having a nice day? Are you happy springs here? Is everyone's weather just getting nicer? I know ours is. All right, so this is not going to line up perfectly, just so you know. It kind of gives that watercolor effect. It's going to not be perfect. So when you use this, don't worry that it's not perfect. It is not supposed to be. It kind of gives that little watercolory effect. It is supposed to overlap like that. Just add that splash of color. And you know, and I struggle sometimes with that. I'm not gonna lie, because I like things perfectly lined up. So sometimes I struggle a little bit with it. I'm one of those demonstrators that are like, oh, I don't know. But I think overall the look is really nice. You could stamp off on this for a little bit of a different look. Make some of them a little lighter. Can you see? So that's also nice if you want a little bit of a different look there. Look at that. Easy. Doesn't get much easier. And now let's go ahead and grab our soft succulent and add in some of our little splatters. And I just went around and I stamped some off I just kind of went around until I didn't really have much ink left on this. Thought it would be kind of fun to have the different variations in color. A little point of interest, you know. Always kind of fun to just have a little different look. So I post all of the dimensions and everything by the end of the day for this first card. And like I said, I did 3, so though you'll notice those. I'm just kind of going around. I'm having fun with this little splatter. I kind of go around throughout the week. It's usually about every other day, and post all of the cards' dimensions. All right, there we go. How easy was that? Now to start gluing things together. And it doesn't get too much easier than how this actually came together, does it? Oh, look what I just found. Sitting off there the whole time. How funny is that? You know how we all look and you can't see what's right in front of you? So our weather here in Arizona is really warming up this week. I think, hi Marcia, I think we are going to be in the hundreds this week. I'm not quite certain I'm ready for those 100 days of 100-degree weather, but here we go anyway, right? All right, so we're going to just glue these in place. I'm trying to think of what else is new in the Stampin' Up! World. I know that got a little close to the edge there. Let me scoot that over. I know that I'm excited for you all to take part in the new catalog launch. It's just a fabulous catalog this time around. So super excited to share that with you. I I have some of the newer stamp sets, but I want people to be able to order as they see it. So I'm gonna wait until next week. I have a really fun project outlined for next week. This is a square, so I'm not gonna make sure it lines up perfectly because we can turn it how we need it. I love how that polished pink looks against the black. It just gives it that perfect little pop. Okay, so we are going to, let me see. That's it there. Now this is the part I really need to make sure lines up, is our sentiment. I want to make sure everything is facing the right direction and that we have this, yep, there we go. Now we have that lined up just perfectly. So yeah, I'm super excited to show some of the, what I'm working on next week. I have a great stamp set that I was able to order on the pre-order, and I think it'll be a great way to welcome the month of May in. So I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping this video plays better than last week's because I wasn't able to put last week's on YouTube. So, okay, so we're gonna glue this one in place. So you can see where this card gets its name, right? Triple time technique, because we have the 3 different layers. And you can see that it does cover up all of those spaces. Look at that. Ta-da! I'm going to pop this one up on some dimensionals. So funny story, when I first started out as a demonstrator, I don't know why I thought you couldn't use the end here of these dimensionals. And I remember watching somebody's video after I had just tossed what I thought was the remainder of mine in the bin, and I thought to myself, oh, come on now, that was just silly. So, you know, sometimes it just takes watching some of these videos too. Not that you all would ever do that, it's just what I did to learn something new. As in, oh, you don't need to throw away the edge, they stick just the same, just cut them. Okay, so look at this. Ta-da! Oh, I think we're a little uneven on this one. Oh well. So I think, let me see. There we go. That one I should have wiggled around a little bit differently. I don't know that I'll send this particular card out, but you're getting the gist. So I think you would just pop that up on that. I'm just gonna go, we'll finish it. Pop this up. Place this on here. Wow, I do. Can you see where I smudge that? I do really like this against this polished pink on the polished pink on the polished pink. Very pretty. So I wanted to show you that Wink of Stella and how it adds. So this is what Wink of Stella is. It is basically a glitter pen. I don't know if you can see the glittery thing. I'm going to try and hold it up here for you. And I just went through the center of my flowers to add that little bit of sparkle. And even up in the corner, don't forget up in the corner here. And then down here. And doesn't that just add so much? Just a little bit of color, a little bit of sparkle, but without having to emboss. Unless you love to emboss, and most people do. You know, most people love to emboss, and it's something I always forget to do. Maybe because I just love the Wink of Stella so much. And then I'm going to add 3 of these rhinestone basic jewels. And the other one I added it to the top. Let me see if I can lift these up with my scissors. But this one I'm going to add to the bottom. So there's so many ways you can do this. You can add your ribbon, add your rhinestones, the in-color jewels. Thank you, Kathy. It is so easy, isn't it? Kathy was just saying that it looks so much harder than it really is. So that is true. It's so easy. So here's this one with our envelope. I'm not going to put our inside layer because this is a little crooked. I have to fix it. So this is our inside layer. We come like this. And you could stamp Happy Mother's Day in there again. And then I did the back of our envelope. I want to show you the ones again that we made using the same stamp set and how different they look. So again, this is using the Pale Papaya, the longer stamp, and just the Pale Papaya ink. And I think I had a little bit of pink left on that stamp, and it gave a little bit of pink on the edge, but I like how it turned out. And I used some of the new In Color ribbon with the Pale Papaya. In this, I just thought, well, I saw those splatters and I thought, doesn't that just look like an ink splash? Just perfect. So I thought, I always need birthday cards for little girls. And I thought to myself, well, how great would this card be to give? So I used my Fresh Freesia, which you know is my favorite, and then a little bit of the Pale Papaya ribbon, and used the Polished Pink Fresh Freesia, and just a little Memento ink there. And just pop this together, and this card was super easy and super quick to make. It was just really just popping those ink spots just all around the 3 layers. So that is today's live video. I always enjoy when you can join me. And I'll see you next Thursday showcasing a stamp set from the brand new catalog at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your weekend.